can also hurt him because you've got to do something for him to...
Brilliant right hand!
What's up guys, it's Yuyu, and in today's video I'm going to show you 3 quick and easy tips to throw a stronger, faster cross, or 2. Last video I showed you tips on increasing speed and power of the jab. If you haven't checked that video out, go ahead and click the card above so you can watch that video. If you're new to the channel, I love sharing advice on boxing, nutrition, exercise, life of a boxer, behind the scenes footage on boxing events. So if any of those topics interest you, please make sure to subscribe so you can stay up to date with the latest video. All right, so I have a huge announcement. Before I give you these 3 tips on improving the speed and power of your cross, I'm officially fighting Friday, June 17th in Ontario, California. It's been over a year since my last fight where I won the WBA Furthest Centro Super Featherweight title. That's a mouthful. Training camp has been going great. I do practice what I preach. I do train hard. I eat right. So I'm excited for my upcoming fight. If you'd like to see my fight, follow me on Instagram. I'll be posting updates on the fight, links, and all that stuff. It will be live streamed and broadcasted, so I do want you guys to engage and spam the comment section. I believe it'll be shown on Facebook, YouTube, and Thompson Boxing official app. Thank you guys for following the journey, and I'll be giving away some free merch, maybe a t-shirt, maybe a pair of gloves to people that comment on the live stream. All right, back to the cross. So a quick review. Your cross is your punch furthest away from your opponent. So if I'm standing orthodox, my right hand will be my cross. If I'm standing southpaw, my left hand will be my cross. If you find yourself feeling awkward throwing the cross, follow these 3 tips and they will help you feel more confident throwing your cross.
On the other side, look at that, right on top of the left eye.
Right on the way in.
Okay, tip number 1 is turn your fist completely. Before anything else, make sure you pronate your wrist, meaning when you make contact with your cross, your palm should be facing downward. What this will do is it will allow you to fully or almost fully extend your elbow, making the cross a more solid and compactful punch. So if you don't fully turn your fist, you'll allow your elbow to bend back a little bit, which will take away from the power. So tip number 1 is turn your fist as you're throwing your punch. Also make sure not to turn too soon. And what I mean by that is sometimes I'll see fighters already have their fist ready and turned before they throw it. If your fist is already turned before you throw it, you're not gonna allow full rotation on the rest of your body, which leads me to tip number 2.
Into a firefight with his opponent.
Okay, tip number 2 is rotate your hips inward as you throw your punch. A simple way to rotate your hips is by pivoting your back foot. Now the pivot isn't necessarily the important part here, but it does help in using and turning your hip. Just make sure not to over pivot because then you might lose your balance and you'll lose your speed and power of your cross. Rotating your hips will make your punch stronger because your weight is transferring from your back foot. Can you guys see? Hopefully you could. Your back foot, the weight's gonna travel up to your hip, to your core, all the way to the end of your punch. If you don't turn your hips, then it'll just become an arm punch. Now, this is not technically wrong, but it won't be as strong or powerful, and you may still score a point, but it may not be as effective. So again, turn your hips so your body's aligned with the punch. And then you have options. So you throw the cross. From right here, you can throw a hook, or you can throw a lead uppercut, or a jab, or you can regroup. There's a lot of options. Or you can just simply push off that front foot and get out of position. Also, before I move on, make sure your knees are bent. Do not straighten out your back knee because then your weight's gonna move forward and you're gonna fall off balance. Rotate your hips, but keep your knees bent. Before I show you tip number 3, if you're enjoying these videos and finding them useful or helpful, you can support the channel by purchasing some Team Boxing merch. I just made some new t-shirts. They'll be available this upcoming week. Visit www.lyuyuboxing.com and use code YouTube to get 15% off your entire order.
Decision against Rush. Left right combination, and Payano has been stretched.
Okay, tip number 3 is keep your elbow tucked in. This will increase the speed of your cross. And again, speed is power in boxing. A common mistake I see beginners make is they flare out their elbow before throwing their cross. And this is bad for a few reasons. 1, you're telegraphing your shot, which means you're telling your opponent, hey, here comes the cross. 2, you're leaving your body exposed. The whole point of keeping your elbow tucked in by your rib is to protect your organs. And 3, you're redirecting the power of your cross. Keep everything nice and compact. The faster you get to your destination with proper technique, the more damage the punch will cause. So the last tip is keep your elbow tucked in. So those are the 3 quick and easy tips you can do to help improve your speed and power and strength of your cross. Combine all 3 tips and notice the speed and precision of your cross. So again, as you throw your cross, 1, turn your fist. 2, rotate your hips. And 3, keep your elbow tucked in before you throw that punch. All right guys, thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure to follow my Instagram account so you can stay up to date with my upcoming fights and fight news and new merch drop. Again, you can visit www.elyuyuboxing.com and support the channel. All right guys, thanks for watching.